just do, he just smooth, bringing much news with the facts when he crush fools. I'm rough school, I bust moves like crush screw. Pass me the mic and I'll turn it into lunch food. Just cool, but talk slick and he'll punch dudes. Cowards get the message and they hush like chubs do. You can bring your whole bus crew plus two. T-Dub-T is astronomical, you comical. You a fool if you think we'll ever honor you. Them other channels ain't shit, no abdominal. This the face of new media, fuck a Donahue. You see my giant crew, we shine like a diamond do. If any trolls disrespect, yo, we finding you. We all surrounding you, it ain't no reminding you. He already done surpassed what you trying to do. So quit the fake smoke, you suckers better take notes. When you step into the chat, you better wipe your feet. Hit the like and keep your comment short and sweet. My homie just not a joke, you don't want a war. Plus a deep boxing IQ, you don't want to spar. He broadcasted from Jersey, so we straight. Put you deep in the dirt, that's why they call this the Garden State. You seem tough but not a threat like a garden snake. We not scared of you, we chopping off a head or two. Mark your calendar, remember what we said to you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Mark your calendar, remember what I'm telling you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Word 'em up. T-Dub-T. We in the spot. LDBC strong.
Salute. What's good? What's good with my people? What's good with the family? Yoda Wise Crush, Mr. PSA, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Opulent LDTV, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, good bros feeling. MP, my bro, what's good with it, MP? Johnny Q, what's good with it, bro? How y'all good brothers feeling? Teach, salute, bro. How y'all good bros feeling right now on this good Sunday, man? I had to do this. I know it's football Sunday, but I had to do this recap of these fights, man. We had to talk about it. Miss Joette, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling? I smashed the like button. I hope everybody feeling all right in here. Ghost was good with it, bro. How you feeling, bro? And we gonna get to it, man. We is gonna get to it. For starters, I think we had a solid card. I think we had a solid card last night. Top Rank put on another good card, man. If they could make this a regular thing, man, they could that could make boxing that much more exciting, man. You know, putting these young prospects out there for us to see their talent early in their careers, as opposed to them, you know, not being to see them as early. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. At the lightweight division just got more interesting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? A good reason it's gonna get more interesting because they Lord and Savior ain't looking like the guy that they billing him as, man. I know that, and we gonna talk about it. See, arguments for 7-5 Loma is way past it, and I got Zepeda against Dev and Loma the same night. You a fool, Ghost. I'm talking shit early this stream. I think Ortiz beat Keyshawn. Okay, let's talk about it, man. Appreciate all y'all pulling up, man. We had a good stream last night, man. We broke we had over 100 people in the chat last night, man. For those that was in the building, appreciate all y'all. You know, that was a little milestone for your boy, man. So I just appreciate everybody pulling up. And we had a good 6 hours, some change that stream was. Over 8,000 people came through that stream when I ended it. That shit was good. I think it wasn't unanimous. That's a fact, MP. It wasn't unanimous. And I'm just tired of the fluff, man. And it's situations like what we seen last night that make you just not care for Loma like that. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Anyone saying Keyshawn beats Loma is retarded, see some help people. Keyshawn not that. I feel you, but you know who else ain't that, Ghost? You know who else ain't that? And I'm going to say it. Loma is not that. And when I say that, do that mean he's not a real good fighter? Nah, that don't mean that. But when I say he ain't that, he ain't what they told us he was. And I don't want to hear that he had a layoff. I don't want to hear that he ain't been in the ring in a while. I don't want to hear it. All I know is that man is on his third tune-up. He on his third tune-up, and his promoter talking about he don't know if he's going to be ready to face a fighter like Devin Haney next. I think that's real telling. Then Devin Haney get in the ring, and he talking about some, this a heavyweight. This ain't a lightweight. Nah. It's a little different when he in front of you. When it's over the internet, it's cool. He in front of you. You talking some other stuff, talking about you be ready. All right, be ready, bro. Be ready. I have no issues with you did majority decision. Yeah, I ain't like the way they was them scorecards was sus. Not that athletic. We're gonna see what Keyshawn made of, because he in a division where it ain't safe, so you're not supposed to be that. Nah, hell no. I don't want to hear you. But again, he ain't supposed to be that, but they say he's still that, though. You get what I'm saying? So I'm here we gonna talk about it. 903 boxing. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Still accomplish more to Keyshawn. Yeah, man. I don't feel that way. I think Keyshawn is a solid fighter. People just don't like him. They don't like his energy, and that's cool. I get that, but I think he could fight. Matter of fact, I know he could fight. I ain't got to say he the best. He's 6 fights in, so where he at exactly, I ain't gonna say, but I think he good. I think he good where he at. He just got to keep getting better for sure. Would pick Loma to beat Keyshawn, but I take Ortiz over Keyshawn, and I see why after last night, bro. I see why after last night. The heavyweight was crazy. Right after he won all the smoke. He said he'd be ready. He did say he'd be ready, but the heavyweight comment is still it's the fact that he said it is telling to me. It's different. It's different. He said it because he obviously feel like dude is big. That's why he said it, in my opinion. Because none of us know why he said it, but to me, the way it sounded, the way he looked at him, took a look at him, and said, "Oh, this dude kind of big." That's what he meant by saying you're a heavyweight. That's how I interpreted that. And maybe some other people got something different out of it, but for me, I think that's what he was trying to tell us. He was simply telling us that boy big. I dropped by a dude with no business getting dropped by. I don't know, man. Again, I'm gonna see the best way I could talk about these fights. I'm gonna see the best way I could break these fights down. Hold on. Drop. No, he didn't. You talking about when he fell on the ground? He didn't get dropped. That wasn't no knockdown. Hell no, that wasn't no knockdown. Hell no, he didn't get. I almost tripped out for a second. I almost went over that. Hell no, Abdullah Mason didn't get dropped. Not the fight I watched. Not that when he fell on the ground. Hell no, that was clearly the legs or something got tangled up. Sleeping on Ortiz, I kind of want to see him versus Shakur too. I wouldn't mind it. Like if that's what they're gonna push, I wouldn't mind it. I just know where Shakur stand at with this. Ortiz is good. I'm gonna always say his levels, and after what I seen last night, Loma is not the guy once again that they keep telling us he is. And the fact that he on that pound for pound list is looking more and more laughable. As the more I watch him, the more laughable it looked like to me. I thought Loma edged Ortiz. He landed more. It's that simple. I don't know. Did Copybox say that? Because I could have swore Copybox said Ortiz landed more. Do I got that wrong? Because I'm not sure. I could have swore Ortiz landed more punches on Copybox. I could have swore he did. I could have swore. Maybe I need to look at it again. I'm not for sure. I wasn't keen on that. I just looked more so at the action. And I just know the scorecards didn't indicate what played out in the ring, in my opinion. So the judges saying what they saying, whatever, I think it was in the bag for him. And so it's like the Loma name came up, so I'm not holding against Loma. He said with the smoke. Whatever. He said it. He said a lot of shit. Just get in the ring. That's where I'm at with it. I'm not giving nobody credit for saying they want to fight. And then when he do it, he'll get all the credit in the world. The ref ain't call it. That wasn't a knockdown, yo. I'm not about to turn that into a debate. That wasn't a knockdown. It clearly it clearly showed the replay multiple times. That was not a knockdown, bro. It is not a knockdown. That dude, Abdullah Mason is that. He is that. That boy, what is he? 18? He's that. Troy Isley was precise. Facts, yo. Facts 903. I like Troy Isley, man. I think he got a bright future too. I like his fluidity in the ring, man. He's very fluid in the ring, man. I like the way he delivers his shots, man. Touched by a shot, sat him down. Man, hey, that's how you look at it. Cool. I'm not about to, that's how you said it. Landed more, but threw less. The difference was 5%. I ain't about to, make it everything a back and forth. This is why we had these conversations. So again, understand something. This is about give and take over here. I gotta be clear on this, so we don't go off track. If y'all seen it one way, y'all know y'all could chime in and we're gonna discuss it. But what we gonna do is when I hear y'all, make sure you hear what I'm saying too. You know what I'm saying? We get it. Like sometimes, then that's why we have these conversations, because we all see different stuff. I seen Loma getting touched up. I seen Ortiz getting touched up a bit, but I seen him giving too much credit for Loma, in my honest opinion. And I just didn't see it that way. He's not the guy, again, that they say he is. I don't know why he's on the pound for pound list. All this notion that he'd beat Tank, you know what I mean? He'd beat Haney. Show me, because the guy that I seen last night, I'm not too sure he'd beat Haney, Tank, Shakur, whoever else, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even too sure he beat Ortiz last night. I'm not for sure about that. Big Texas, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you for pulling up. Skills, Mr. New Orleans in the flesh. What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Yeah. It's not. It's just like it's petty. Dude didn't really get knocked down. The ref didn't call it because it wasn't a real knockdown. Like, that would have been petty as hell. The dude wasn't in no way, shape, or form hurt. It wasn't no real action that landed. It was more the tangle of the legs. If it wasn't that, dude would have never ended up on the ground. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Q, what's good with it, man? Lady Do, how you feeling, queen? Don't work too hard over there. I know how you do. Don't work too hard. Yeah, man. And again, we seen some good action, y'all. I enjoyed the card. I enjoyed the card. You know what I mean? And it's always good to see that these dudes need work. Like, it's good to see what areas they can improve, so we can know what to look for the next time we see them. You get what I'm saying? I think, one thing I will say, somebody that I think really needs to improve and he can fight is Duke Ragan. I like him. Yeah, man. Yeah, Crush. I meant to say that. This was a panel anyway, Crush. I'm glad you in here, bro. Because yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely could cook on this, man. We definitely could. But yeah, man. So we see some areas where these dudes definitely can improve. But I don't know how y'all feel about Duke Ragan. We're gonna talk about all these dudes, man. They both got touched up, but he don't belong on a pound for pound list. Nope. He's past his time for him to go down to his weight or have success. I feel you, Ghost. I think 135 is a stretch for Loma. I really do. I always kind of thought that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here to talk about, bro. And again, I want everybody to understand, when we sharing each other's perspectives, we just sometimes we see different things, and it's all good. You get what I'm saying? But it's worth the conversation, yo. Some people feel like it was a robbery. Some people, that link in there, Dan Duwell, what's good with it? The announcing is problematic. What announcing? What's that? You mean the announcers? The announcers? Yeah, for sure. I was debating if Abdullah Mason, I thought their feet got tangled up. Someone apparently posted the replay on the instant. Yeah, it was a tangle. It was more so the tangle of the feet. It was more so of that. But it's one of those, like, I think what Ghost is explaining is the definition and by rule type deal. Like, if you landed upon, get that. But I'm looking at it like that's ticky tack. Like, he ain't really earned no knockdown there. You know what I'm saying? He would have landed a punch, but it was cool. Crush, what's good with it, bro?
What's cooking? Just not much, man. Just listening to you burn, man, and wanted to come up and burn along with you. Salute to the chat. Salute to the fam, TWT, the Do family, and everybody out there. The fight, man. Norman Ortiz, very, very good fight. Very close fight. Of course, they want to twist this shit up like they twist history up. You know what I'm saying? And smack a unanimous decision on it. If they was going to call a unanimous decision, then the score should have been only a point off on each scorecard if they was going to do that, and then that would most likely turn into something like somewhat of a majority decision. But Ortiz, I know he surprised a lot of people. Salute to Kano. For those who didn't know who Ortiz was, he said he was going to surprise a lot of people, and he was going to come to do his thing. The mistake that I seen that caused him to fight slightly, and this is my biggest pet peeve, and Just Do and damn near half of the TWT family stands for this. Not enough body work. These motherfuckers got to study mechanics, man. And that goes for the both of them. But when you facing a guy who likes his, some of his strongest weapons is his feet movement, because I'm not big on Lomachenko. Never was really big on. I was never big on this guy. I was already very critical about it. He's overhyped. Is he garbage? No, he's not garbage. But is he the goods of the goods? No, he's not the goods of the goods, but he's good. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he has good footwork. That's the most impressive thing about me, is his footwork, his ability and his athleticism, and agility to move around. That's what he's good at. But they give him too much credit, acting like he the Matrix. It's not the fucking Matrix. Gotta have better upper body movement along with that great footwork to be the fucking Matrix via motherfucking Sweet Pea Whitaker and Floyd Mayweather, and I can go down the list, but I ain't gonna do
what
that.
he good at doing, Crush? Like he active without throwing punches.
Because he got them happy feet. That's basically what I'm saying.
Like, he real like active without throwing. I call it like, it's like bluffing. It's like, he good with doing a bunch of shit. And if you fall for it, like you can't fall for that, because he do a lot of unnecessary movement. People don't call that out, but he do a lot of unnecessary movement, man. I see that, and for a good portion of that fight, Ortiz wasn't biting on some of that shit. He wasn't biting on that shit. I'm like, good, he being smart. Stay right in front of his ass. He was being reactive and responsive. I like it, man. I like it.
Listen,
salute, bro.
One thing I can say, if you only have one good tool in your offense's arsenal, just have a fucking jab. Simply, like, let's look at it, because a lot of these guys, no matter how they may be on their feet and whatever, a lot of these guys really cannot avoid the fucking jab. There's only very few fighters you see that really works against the jab. You know what I mean? The jab don't work against them too well. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have neck movement. You gotta be a rubber neck more so than just the lateral movement, and then you gotta be fluid with that upper lateral movement. Some people have that, but a lot of these guys don't. But that jab is a motherfucker, man, because the only thing I see this kid do wrong outside of not going to the body enough is fighting Loma's fight / and then fighting too short. Lomachenko is a boxer. You make him fucking fight. Anybody, any boxer, any fucking trainer, if y'all coming along and y'all want to figure out how to beat this dude, I understand y'all gonna watch bigger names, like watch Gary Russell. You go watch Gary Russell for the intelligence side of things, but the way to beat this dude, you look at Salido. Salido made this nigga fight. Nigga, you gonna have to fight, nigga. All that shit you trying to be all technical and shit. Nah, nigga, you gonna have a technical difficulty. And that's what happened. So, if he would have just made him boxing, I know he was trying to show he's just as skilled as Lomachenko. I get that. But I think he got wrapped up into that a little too much in the fight, because
didn't he?
He was actually looking more skilled than Loma in a lot of those moments in the fight.
Did we see it? Yeah. You said it right. I don't know if you in my head or what, bro, but I felt like we processed that fight the same way. He got caught up in trying to be technical with him instead of fighting him. You were supposed to fight him. You showed me you could keep up with him. And that was the question I had before it. I was like, yo, the feet are going to be important. Can he keep up with Loma and his feet? If he could, he's going to eliminate them angles that he liked to use. For a good portion, that's what I feel like that's what he was doing. But he kind of got wrapped up in fighting that way too much. And it got to a point in the fight. I think it was the tail end where he started fighting him. I'm like, yeah, you have to fight this dude. Make him uncomfortable. You big enough to do it. You got to be a little physically imposing on this dude. You can't be like, you know what I mean? You can't fight his fight, yo. You fought his fight too much, and you still might have beat him doing that shit, man.
I like what T said. T said he thought Ortiz. Ghost said he thought Ortiz should have done better, considering he's a former sparring partner. Now, with him saying that, it looked like I don't know, y'all, and don't agree with me just to fucking agree with me. I don't like shit like that, and I can tell when some people do that. Not none of y'all, but I can tell. You know what I mean? It looked like at some points in that fight, he was holding back because it's shit that he could have hit Loma with. And I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? You got that shit right there. So when you have a guy that's a sparring partner, he's a good sparring partner. Because all sparring partners ain't good sparring partners. Just because a motherfucker's employed to be a sparring partner doesn't mean he's really making you sharpen or any shit. You just more so of a punching bag. So you got sparring partners who are actually punching bags, and sparring partners who actually help you improve against your opponent and with your fight game. And it looked like he knew so much about Loma that I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know what to do to this nigga. You look too comfortable in there with this dude. And he wasn't supposed to look that comfortable to most people. Let's keep it real. It shocked a lot of us. It shocked that he was that motherfucking goddamn comfortable. And then those who chimed in on Kano joint, I know some of us like, putting up, doing this shit with your mouth like, yeah, I feel you, Kano, but I don't know if the boy like that. But you found out the kid is good. And I knew he was nice. I said he got enough to beat him, but Loma, the way he hold his hands, and since even though he's good with his feet, but he's not good going backwards. His foot movement is only really effective when he's moving side to side or circular like, but going straight back, he can't do nothing. It's like he lose all that what he has with his footwork.
You limit his options, push him back, and when he did that, not only is he not as effective, but he's less active. You pushing him back. So that's advantage you. Push him back. Why? Because you're the bigger man. Don't play with him. Don't stand there and fight his fight. Make him fight yours. Fight his ass. You know he can box, but can he fight? Salito made him fight, and it didn't work out for him. Yeah, he did a bunch of rough shit. I get all of that. And he ain't have to do that. Dude got enough skill. I think he could have been physically imposing. I think that's the way to beat Loma, too. And that's another reason why I think Tank could get him. Because Tank could be able to close that gap and make him fight.
And what I was about to say, just the way Loma positioned his arms, people, the best body shot, he's always open, not sometimes the straight down a pipe, but that little quick uppercut, all that belly button area be fucking open, dog. He might see if you come from the side. You got to be closer to get some body shots in on the inside because he has a good eye. But he's really not good on the inside. He's good with maneuvering, throwing dirty punches, but he ain't good with punch pace. He got to do some dirty shit on the inside because I never seen this guy get busy on the inside with some clean work. It's more some more dirty tactical type of shit.
Somebody highlighted that dirty boxing shit that he do.
You hit this motherfucker, that short, quick uppercut, like slash straight to that motherfucking stern, nigga. He open for it. You take all that wind out of him, and then I think if Ortiz in his corner would have been concentrating on working on that body, you see what I'm saying, and taking something to get some, because Loma wasn't hurting the kid. He was landing shots, but he wasn't hurting the kid. I'm telling you, by 6-7 round, man, this dude, when they say where he normally picks up at, that's when he would have been in reverse slowing down. Trust me, man. I could take a dude right now and put him in the ring, and he'll beat the shit out of Loma. I'm telling you, I could take somebody right now.
We're gonna dig into his ass. Like, look, man, we understand he's a really good fighter. We get that, but when we say he ain't that, because they still pushing him is that y'all gotta understand where we coming from with this. We talking about the machine that is pushing him. This is why people are so irresponsible in their assessments with Lomachenko, because it's been manufactured. They've told you what to think of him. You start hearing some of these same talking points. You can't talk to me after I just seen this dude. I just seen what he did. He didn't look like that. He didn't look like the guy. That don't look like a dude that beat Devin Haney. All that shit people talking about, man, it ain't no foregone conclusion as far as them getting in the ring and Devin just losing for sure. Not the dude I just seen fight. What was that, 12 rounds that we got to watch? Come on, man. That I don't know if that dude would beat Devin Haney. And I definitely think Tank, just like Ricky Williams say, he gonna punch him into the alternate universe. Get the hell out of here. Shakur, a style on him.
Shakur was style on him.
I'm ready for all that talk now. And I'm saying this confidently. He ain't beating none of them.
Shakur,
I want to see it. Show me. Show me. I'm gonna
Shakur
be
would
wrong.
style on him.
Show me.
Dad
Miller,
would
salute,
give him
bro.
a class A motherfucking boxing 101 lesson and fucking Tank with fucking Thanos this nigga into a motherfucker whole nother motherfucking multiverse. Shakur would have a field day with fucking Loma. He would stop. Listen, he might have the best performance. He might not have the best victory, but he have the best performance out of the three against Loma. Out of him, Dev, and fucking goddamn Shakur. I mean, out of him, Dev and Tank. You see what I'm saying? He has style on him because when y'all really think about it, oh man, that's perfect. And Loma is all for his shit. He's all for the pickings with Shakur. Mr. Master of motherfucking measuring fucking distance. This motherfucking mid-range where he have a field day with fucking goddamn Loma. What? And Loma more comfortable mid-range and close range, but he's more comfortable mid-range if you really peeping people. That's why he's not really so good on the inside. He got to do dirty shit. And you know he ain't that good on the outside. You got somebody that I fucking jab, he gonna have a motherfucking problem. He's only effective mid-range, and Shakur is the fucking, I'm telling y'all, he's the master of fucking space, man. I'm telling you. That's why I love him right there, dog. Let Loma try to get in there and get in his comfort zone in mid-range. Shakur gonna style on this nigga, dog.
Slow down just enough where it'd be apparent in the ring with Devin Haney, and he'd be able to fight a disciplined fight and beat that dude. Because it's some things that he will really be able to take advantage of, and Loma would be in there looking stupid. I'm starting to feel like Dev. I really got confidence that Dev would beat Lomachenko up. I really do, and he'd do it his way, the way he want to do it too. So you want to walk away from that complaining, oh, so be it. But I think that whole notion he'd get in there and Dev, is he ready? That's the real question. Now I wonder why Bob Arum said it out of his mouth. Now I see why. Man, him and Shakur was cooking his ass. They said, bro, look slow now. They on his ass. I'm telling you, could Loma possibly be turning into food? I don't know, man.
Food, yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't beating none of them. I'm saying that with confidence. And again, it's just my opinion. I can't say it's a fact until they show me, but I'm confidently saying Dev is beating him up, man. I'm telling you. And I really think he's going to use that length and that discipline, use that jab, keep that jab in his face, and he'll be able to outbox him. I don't think he'll bite on all that senseless moving that Loma like to do, and he won't be no fucking Matrix. I don't think so. DP, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling? Shakur, I don't mind that fight. Roja, I love to see it. Shakur, Jamaine Ortiz. Hell yeah. Let's see it. I like Jamaine Ortiz after last night, bro. I'm mad. That's the second time I seen him, because I seen him against Jamel Herring. But I'm mad I ain't seen him before that. Them the only two fights I got on him that I seen. And I like him. I like him, man. I like him. He can fight, man.
Yeah, that's why man, when I decide to do it, I've been up on these damn sports. I'm still doing my PSA on the 135 division and a couple other divisions, but definitely that 135 because it's definitely a lot to talk about. It's a lot of things that has to be cleared up at 135 pounds as of right now. So as they would say, it ain't over, motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And it sounds like, people, correct me, Just, and anybody in the chat if y'all heard different from what I heard. But it sounds like Young King, Mr. Devin Haney, will be spending a little more time at 135 right now. That's what it seems like. Some people said he shouldn't go up to 140 just yet. I agree with that, because I even said something on it, because he has options, but his best options is at 35 because they are the bigger fights, because these guys are actually even with the newer guys that's coming up that's in the talks with these dudes, their names is just as big as the guys at 140. Like, I'm just keeping it real. So he has better options and to get some more shit done, accomplish some more at 135 against what's left, Shakur, if it goes down, or you're about to beat up one fucking Loma. So it's good, even though I think he don't really need Loma on there, but just to get him out of it and please everybody, because I ain't think Loma would beat any of these guys, even years ago, even when people felt as though Loma had the best chance of beating whoever out of the three. I always disagreed that even when Tank did duck Loma, I was like, what he ducking this motherfucker for? What you ducking this nigga for? You put that power of the universe on this nigga, he's going to sleep, and you can touch him. So I don't know why they bullshitted with that. I think it was a little bit of hate behind it, and they got up and fucking Tank head about it. And you know, that's when he wasn't really doing any of his fucking thinking. So I never thought Lomachenko could beat Dev Shakur fucking Tank. And I was like, you know what? He been up there bullying this whole time, but guess what? It's some young boys writing the pros that'll get over on his ass right now. See, these ain't the same motherfuckers he was going back into elementary school, and he got high school motherfucker. There's an elementary school around the corner, but he rather go play ball on an elementary school court with them motherfuckers instead of playing ball on a high school court where he go at with the motherfuckers he should be playing with. But lo and behold, I don't give a fuck about how long somebody's been boxing, about their experience. Let me tell y'all something. This is a reality that do exist. Yeah, being experienced and all that takes you a long way, but just because you've been around longer, you know you got more know-how doesn't mean that you guaranteed to beat a motherfucker, because there's a such thing as someone being naturally better.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what people need to understand. Some people are just naturally better. They don't have to be the same age as you or even have the same exact experience that you had. They can just be naturally better. And we've been saying that in all fucking sports our whole fucking life. And we definitely see it in the sport of boxing. Yeah, Loma got all this experience, but I can tell you guys right now that's naturally better than this motherfucker. Naturally better. And he was never a better tactician than Shakur, a fucking Tank, a Dev. Who want to talk about it? I would take anybody to fuck the school on that shit.
He do a lot of senseless moving. I'm gonna keep saying it. And the problem is that they've been in people's careers, they've been inferior to him in terms of skill level anyway. So all that little bobbing, feinting, and little, you know, just juking and jiving, that little shit he be doing without throwing punches, people bite on them little ass feints, and you know what I mean? They just be frozen by the movement. And I said it, for the people that could keep up with his foot speed, the fight is a much different fight for him. If you can back him up and make him fight, it's a totally different fight for him. Yeah, we know he can box, y'all. We know that. But when you make that dude fight, how is he going to look? You were supposed to make the fighter do the shit that he don't do the best. And what do we know he do the best? Out of his skill set, he's a boxer, right? He's a pure boxer. So you got to make that pure boxer do what? Offset his rhythm, make him reset how Tio was doing, and beat him up, make him fight you. And Tio, he wasn't even fight. He just wasn't throwing with Tio. It's just like he was worried about the power. I'm not buying the shoulder shit no more either. Hey, to me, if your shoulder was fucked up, you know what I mean? You would think the longer you use it, the worse it'd be. It ain't gonna just all of a sudden warm up seven rounds into the fight. Now you could use it. You could have used that shit from the gate. You just didn't. You mistimed or miscalculated some shit, and you lost. You cost yourself a fight. Because you would have fought the way when you started fighting, if you'd have started like that from round one, you would have won the fucking fight. So last night, I seen a guy that's definitely on the decline. People could try not to call it out if they want to. I see it. They on the decline, and he ain't beating them young kings right now. I want to see it, and I truly hope Devin Haney getting there with him next, so he could prove me right. I know he could do it. I ain't impressed. Jamaine Ortiz was on his ass. And even the reaction, I forgot somebody brought this up to me, man. He pointed out the way Loma team went over there to congratulate Ortiz, like almost like they knew that he did better than what they said he did. I don't care if they even thought they man won. They know damn well that boy fought his ass off last night, man. It just wasn't as wide as they said.
Right. That was the first time I heard Loma really give somebody some props. Not that I needed him to do this shit to validate what the fuck I seen. No, he needed to validate it to his fucking self. So I was glad that he kept it real on how he felt about Jamaine Ortiz, and I respect that. You see what I'm saying? So anytime there's some sportsmanship going on there, that's cool. And you know, he said the man can box, this, that, and the other. But listening to Loma and looking at his body language and the way that he was talking, of course, is normal to hear a lot of fighters stutter and start in between words, but it's always something extra in that rhythm of the vocals, man. Let me tell you something. This man knows that he is food. Now as a competitor, he had to sound confident. Well, I'm ready for anybody, but at the same time, he was throwing a lot of oxymoron shit out there. You know, you ready for anybody, but we gonna need more preparation. How much preparation you need? You don't need the last dude that needs any preparation with your late ass. Because you was back there playing bully for a couple goddamn classes. So of course, whenever he gets his ass beat, of course they're gonna say he's too old. He came in too old any fucking way. Shit. So that's his fault. So no one is trying to hear that. You won't pull that on me. Boxing world, all content creators, all casuals and all that. None of you motherfuckers. Whenever you say this out your mouth, and some of y'all will say it's not flying over here. And I'm trying to wake y'all up to the point this man always been old. That's his fault. Two-time Olympian. Look how old he is. But we celebrating that. Yeah, I get it, but look how old he is. He's old. He should have been in there. Look at his record. Huh? Look at his age. 2 times. Think about it. You know, every time the Olympics come, think about it. That's the next pro class to come out for the ones who, after they leave the Olympics, some of them. So think about it. 2 classes that he been sitting back from. So he been hiding a whole lot. He been ducking a whole lot of shit. What do y'all mean? 2 times. I'm not trying to hear that. He's trying to duck a whole bunch of shit, age himself out. He's like a 50-year-old man out of nowhere that come around and say, you know, I was the man. Well, where the fuck you been at, nigga? We never heard of you. You never rocked in our league. You ain't on our radar. Or I've been over there. You been over there with the cookie club? Well, no matter, no motherfucker. You pee-wee, motherfucker. You ain't even junior varsity. We never heard of you, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? And that's the case with Lomachenko, his whole shit. But soon when this dude get here and he got this made up fucking goddamn schedule, fix one of the speediest goddamn schedules I ever seen in boxing. You know, second, third fight, you fighting the champion. Whoopie do. How the fuck he teleport hyperspace motherfucking Elroy Jets into that shit? Yeah, but they had to speed him like that because look what time he turned pro. And mind y'all, he didn't start out at 19 like Deontay Wilder. He been doing it as a kid. His whole life. 8, 9, 10, 11 years old around that shit. So he could have been turned pro. 18, 19, 20, 21. This nigga coming in 26, 27. Could have been turned pro. He could have turned pro at 16. The fuck? Didn't Dev do it? Canelo do it? Some other guys? What the fuck? Even some of these young guys who don't get too far in the Olympics, they say, fuck it, I'm about to go pro. This nigga just sitting back and time warp, please, but keep preserving myself. Come on, people. That's what we are here for, to open your eyes on things that always been what you seeing now from the beginning. That's why I never been sold on this dude, because I've been peeping game the whole time. Nigga should have turned pro when Gary Russell turned pro. Huh? Nigga should have turned pro with Terrence Crawford, Mikey Garcia. All them guys turned pro.
Talk about it, bro.
Huh? But nobody don't talk about this, but goddamn, that's why I do what I do the way I do it.
That man turned pro at 26 years old. Like an old ass rookie or some shit.
26
That's kind of young,
old.
but it's still old. Like, you get what I'm saying? Devin Haney, 23 right now. Just think about that.
Yo.
That man jumped in the pros at 26. He's 34 now. Going on 35. He got 19 fights under his belt. Nah, man. Pound for pound my ass, bro.
Yeah, man, I ain't doing that.
I don't look like a pound for pound guy last night. That's what I am saying. I'm saying that. that dude, nah, he ain't that. He can fight his ass off, but them littler guys, yeah, he could beat them littler guys. I said this, when dudes are bigger than him or a nice size, them fights look totally different and a lot more competitive, man. And he lucky Ortiz got caught up, like you said, Crush, and just being too technical and trying to fight his fight. Yeah, you ain't have to prove that you could. We see it, bro. You supposed to start beating him up straight up, just start mauling his ass a little bit. You know what I mean? Being physically imposing. Seen that little sequence where he kind of like pushed Loma off with his shoulder. See how far back Loma went?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm like, yo, he looks like he's so much stronger than this dude if he actually utilize that, noted that you can be physical with him. This boxing, bro, you don't gotta make it cute, man. You could, you know what I mean? Make that nigga feel you in there, man. Fight him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and box him the whole night, fight his ass. Ask these corners, queen.
And just like Warren said, and he still haven't reached 20 fights yet. And you want us to be buying into this nonsense. I'm way ahead to be buying into the nonsense. I just sit back and play with it like a cat when he's done playing with the mouse and he decide to tuck him away somewhere or do whatever it is after he done played the motherfucker to death. You know what I mean? Like the James Brown band said, doing it to death. That way, people. And this guy been fraud his whole damn career, been doing it to death. The fuck out of here. All these dudes, him, goddamn Mr. Duck Alert, Bud Dud, goddamn Kool-Aid Man, Canelo, and a whole bunch of rat pack ass motherfuckers. I'm gonna have a jolly good time. I think at the end of the year, I'm gonna do the jolly motherfucking goddamn follies of fucking boxing. All these motherfuckers going. When I'm done, this shit's gonna look like a fucking the Animaniacs or some shit. Cause this shit is right out of a kind of comic book with a lot of this shit, man. What the fuck? Oh, this guy. So I need a lot. Oh, I don't know. I'm ready for anybody. I do anything. Couldn't even look Devin Haney in the face and shit. You know, like the fuck out of it. Yeah, I'm ready. But you know,
that's heavyweight.
Fight like that. You know, I need more preparation. You need more.
That's code word for he bigger than I thought. Yeah, he in front of you. That's what I said. That shit feel different, and you know he got the skill to offset a lot of shit you do. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of that shit that he do, Devin Haney won't be there for it. I'm telling you. Now he got the intelligence, I think, to keep up with Loma, and it'd be different than what people think.
Loma
getting old.
Loma would look like Cambosis in his second fight against Devin Haney. He would get knocked and smacked around like a fucking hockey puck.
He'd be getting punched. I can see Dab sniping his ass. I'm dead serious.
He gonna be smacking me around like a hockey puck.
Dead serious, yo. Y'all, after last night, whatever, the gig is up. Say what you want. He is not beating that dude, man. I'm telling you. Now I'm not picking him. Show me. If he beat him, then I'm gonna be right here. Y'all know I'm gonna be like, yo, I was wrong. Dad proved me, Loma proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm right, I'm definitely gonna be here too. I don't see it, man. I don't see it no more. I'm telling you.
Stops Loma in 9.
And I know that. Tank gonna punch him to the turnbuckle.
Dev stops him in 9. Shakur Styles on him until about 9 to 10 because he ain't gonna want to go to the scorecard. He just gonna say, "Fuck it, I had enough." He gonna be like motherfucker Durand when he fought Leonard the second time. No, Miles, I can't do this shit. He's not sitting still. I don't know what happened. Tank could just kill a man. Just wild shit. Have to kill a man. Yeah, Cypress Hill shit. Killing. Some of these young boys will get that motherfucker some work right now.
Saying that Loma gonna beat Dev on the scorecards to retire. Shit.
Loma got a better chance.
Good, don't it?
Loma got a better chance of jacking himself off with both his hands tied behind his motherfucking back. Man. Shit gonna help Loma. That would school that dude, man. I'm telling you, it'd be boxing 101 talk on that ass in it. Yeah, the Loma body always been open, Ash, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Stop this nigga from moonwalking on y'all. Yeah, he got good foot movement, but not the best, but this damn good. He can dance. I get it. He can fucking dance. He dance better than some of these brothers. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Dance better than some of these brothers. Got better footwork than a few brothers. Know what I mean? I ain't sugarcoating shit.
Smash. I really think that. Nope. Facts, Dr. Mark.
Hey, Dr. Mark, facts, man.
Ain't what they said he was. That's all I just be wanting to say. Do that mean he ain't good as hell? Nah, I don't. But it's a certain level of fighter that he particularly shines against. And last night showed me that. Ortiz showed me that he do belong in the ring. He did more than show me he belonged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, congrats to him, man.
He's fighting that boy.
Definitely want to see him in some more fights, Just. You think y'all think he should fight Shakur right away, or maybe he should have another match with somebody? Really
have
good.
Another match.
Yeah, I would like to see him before he get in there with Shakur. We could put him in there with. I like to see him in I even like to see him be against Frank Martin or even Ray Maritola or Cheese. That'd be a good joint.
Put who in there?
Matter of fact, put him in there against Ryan. Fuck it, I changed my mind. Put him there against Ryan. Shit. First I said either Cheese or Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That'd be good joints for him and shit. Matter of fact, him and Mr. 6-0 can get that shit on while we talk. Yeah, so he can get a lot of work because the kid can box, man. Just need, and this is a mistake on his camp, also not just him, but learn to stay within the game plan that's tailor-made for your victory and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If you tall, then stay tall. If you gotta get low, you gotta go low, you get low. But you don't get low for shorter guys. You don't do that. You get low for guys your height or low or tall. You know what I mean? So you can make some space and advantages, but yeah, man.
He said Ortiz beat that ass Kong. Yeah, man. I think some people really feel like Ortiz pulled it off.
Yeah, he was on Loma ass. You hear me, man? He was putting in that work.
Throw Nakatila in there with Rolly.
Somebody got to fight the African man. What African man?
The Jeremiah Nakatila, the one that beat up Miguel Burchett.
Oh, you talk about the Nigerian? Yeah.
I
won't. He's Nigerian, bro. I ain't gonna call him that. He's Nigerian. Africa, that's the continent. Nigerian. Yeah, that'll be a nice fight.
Nice guy. Go said for hell with that. Throw him in there, Robisi. What y'all think? What you think about Robisi last night? Did you catch it?
Yeah, I caught it. Just Robisi. He's been doing this thing lately. I like him every time he comes out. He performs. Even if his opponents be looking good. Not saying that he be looking bad at time, but he gets in there with good opponents. Yeah, he's a guy that does with all the smoke, man. So yeah, that definitely would be a hell of a fight right there.
His style, he be coming to hurt you, yo. I don't even sure if he was boxing the dude. He wasn't even using. He damn sure ain't going his bag like that last night.
No,
that, and I know it. He just wanted to knock that dude out. It was clear, and I knew he was going to be able to do it. I knew he was going to be able to catch that dude. I'm like, he just buying his time, yo. When he catch that dude, that's gonna be it. And when he did, I was like, I knew it. Took a while because he wasn't using all his tools like he had. He just had his mind made up. He wanted to just walk dude down and try to punch his head off, really. So I know he didn't use half of the tools that he got in his bag, and as a result, he still knocked him out. Like, I just want to keep seeing him. I think Robisi got some real talent to offer to the sport.
Yeah, he good. Yeah, Ash. Yeah, I know you like Cheese, man. I fucks with Cheese too, man. Cheese is nice, man. So 135 is definitely the show is now over there. So I don't know. Like I said, it looked like Dev is gonna stay back from a Loma fight. He might stay there for 2 or 3 more fights. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know how they can be. So, stay tuned for their handies because you never know what is gonna be their next plan. But like I said, it sounds like they not too much in a rush. Sound like they're gonna do more than just a Lomachenko fight at 35. And then he's young. If he can still make the weight and everything and it's not straining him, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta put in work to get what you want out. So that's everything, people. But he'll still be able to make the weight. And let's see how long he can do it. And we'll see what happens after that. But it's a lot there, people. And
Ghost said Dad versus Williams and Pater.
So you listen to me, Ghost. Yeah, they be listening to us, man. I know they be chiming in. So, we just gonna get them the real. That's all.
Yeah, facts, Rosa. Shark infested waters who said they thought Haney was moving to 140 no Loma. I think that's what he gonna do if he don't fight Loma.
Yeah, I guess so, Ash. But
it's crazy because at the same time he in a good position. It's a weird position because it's not a safe one. So even though he got options, there's no safe option for real. Like he gonna have to take a challenge wherever. If he stay at 35, people expecting Loma because why else get in the ring with him? Like y'all, that's it. Why else? Y'all already lined that up by doing that. Other than that, you got the bluff moving. That's cool.
Don't pull nothing back. All right, yeah. Since they did that, make that shit happen. If they don't get to talking about this shit and all that, I'm coming at both of them. God damn it. Yeah. I'm coming at both of them. I'm coming for the ass. But I think they're gonna make that fight, man. And a lot of people do want to see that. Because when I was checking out different people polls on who they would rather see Loma against is Shakur or Dev, and a lot of people want to see Dev and Loma, and of course later the ultimate fight I want to see Shakur and Dev, but they're gonna meet later, in weight class. But Shakur gonna have to he's gonna have to do a quick stop because he ain't gonna be able to keep on sitting back in these weight classes too long. He's already late on 135 anyway. He's a fucking year late. He's a year and a half late in the weight class. I'm gonna say a year and a half late. So they'll meet up at some point. But who wants to wait until 147? Nah, I want to see them motherfuckers get it on at 140. By the time I guess Dad be at the end of 140 when he gets up there, then on his way out, then maybe him and Shakur get it on. Who knows what's gonna happen? They might wind up getting it on sooner. I think we've been the majority of the reason why a lot of these things been happening. So, they in touch with a lot of our folks. They listen to the content and things like that because mass media don't keep boxing talk alive. So of course they have to be tuned in here and other platforms that they tune into, So I guess if we keep on pushing that out there, then maybe it happen, But yeah.
I don't know if I'm crazy, but I know he might have the frame and shit to go to 47. But man, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
That's a good Dev at 47. Like, I'm just thinking about how people punching up there and like it's only so much outboxing that's going on. Not about to outbox everybody at 47.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, people, bad. What we might see since people always like to use Shakur, Dev, and Tank and examples as being descendants of Mayweather. In this case, when he gets to 140, we might see a reverse, and it's going to be he has no other choice because most people say he's more like Money May, whereas where Pretty Boy he was the fighter, puncher, boxer. You see what I'm saying? He might have to get on some Pretty Boy shit up there because he's going to fight up there, people, regardless of the high boxing IQ and all that. We know where he stands in every category of boxing. No need to repeat that verbatim. But we have seen, and this is what makes boxing interesting. We have seen boxers, they have to fight, and a lot of times, why you don't never fight, you know, and it's a adrenaline rush, and it's a taste satisfier for us. So yeah, he's gonna have to, you say his grown man shit. Well, once he more so start to fight, and as he moves up in weight class, and like just said, he gonna have to do a lot of fighting up there. Now, so when it happens, no, I don't want to hear that. Just don't want to hear that. Nobody over here want to hear that. Oh man, he tried to do something else just to please the people. Now, at some point in time, if that was his reason for doing it, yeah, he done it. But it's gonna be a point where he ain't gonna have no choice, and that's 140. He ain't gonna be able to box everybody up there. They like to fight up there at 140 anyway, people. And I'm saying it's not a nice load of boxes up there. They can box up there, but they like to fucking fight at 140. They be like, fuck all that pretty shit. Fuck all that technical shit. Let's get dirty. That you see it. Every dude that's hot at 140. Check this out real quick, Jess. Everybody at 140 that's nice. They start off boxing, and not too long, what they do, they just turn that shit into an ass where they just start beating the motherfucker up. Like,
I'm telling you, like, that shit gonna be spooky, man. And y'all talking about 47?
Listen, man.
Yeah, Richard Teach funny as hell. Richard Torrez, man. AKA the porn star with the mustache.
That's Ron Jeremy. That's Ron Jeremy grandson.
Yeah, Ron Burgundy. I called his ass Ron Anchor
Ron
Man.
Burgundy. That's Ron Burgundy.
Athletic Anchor Man.
Hey man, once Torrez get in front of somebody that's technical and even willing enough, we gonna see what happens. You know, I have nothing against him, but you know, we should see as he steps up in opposition. You know, a lot of these guys, you just can't be sold on them. You know, don't be getting sold on these people. That's why we feel fucking sold the fuck out already, people. But yeah, yeah. My man called him Stash. He's like, where's the Stash dude? Stashio. Low key, everybody want to see Haney versus Regis at 140, man. That's facts, Ashley. Yeah, you sure. You need to get on the inside. But see, he gonna run into some motherfuckers that can punch. Going trying to get on the inside. Porno dude, I told that's Ron Jeremy grandson.
I said somebody gonna catch his sloppy ass, man.
Yo, that's Ron Jeremy grandson. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all.
He ain't that. I don't care what Olympics he came from, and I don't know how he did it, but
hey, well, of course, just you know, some of the Olympic classes was kind of weak. I'll repeat that again.
That'd be a tough fight for him. I tell you that. Josh Taylor and Haney, because Josh Taylor could box and he got the size. See, Haney won't be bigger than him. And that'd be problematic.
Hey, Ash, you know I watch Zepeda and JoJo. I love that fight. And T was talking about Zepeda. The fight that he had before that, he didn't look good. And I agree with T. But I think he the fight before, not taking anything away from his opponent, but it didn't look like he was really up for that fight. And sometimes you just can't go into the ring, man. You know, you
talking about Richard Torrez opponent?
No, I'm talking about Zepeda.
Oh.
Because T was saying that the fight before that he didn't look good. You know what I'm saying? I said that's true. And I think, you know, he wasn't really interested in the opponent. And sometimes that could bite you on your ass. So you always got to stay consistent. But, you know, last night he looked like himself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was one of my favorite fights of the night. I mean, those fight cards were good. They were good. But that probably was my second favorite fight of the night. That was a real good fight. I like
I'm gonna say
Zepeda.
this now: Regis versus Devin Haney can only go one or two ways.
You got him over Dev. I ain't got him over Dev now.
Either Dev just outboxed the hell out of him, make him look bad for 12 rounds, pinballing his shit, or
yeah, so he look like
just getting there rough Dev up and sleep him. It's only two ways that's gonna go.
Oh wow!
Regis ain't coming to box, so and I'm only saying that because if he gonna be successful, it's gonna be by knockout. He's not outboxing Devin Haney, in my honest opinion. Regis progress, no.
No,
but
I
he
don't
can
think
catch
he
him and hurt him
outboxed
and try to stop him. So if he is to be successful, I see it by stoppage. But if not, if he can't keep up, Dad might box his head off. Yeah,
yeah. You're gonna have to.
Could happen.
And that's the advantage.
Why did you fight like that at heavyweight?
I give Dev that he will definitely, he's the better boxer than Regis. So Regis will have to make it real dirty for him.
Richard Torrez being a rush like a motherfucker to get the job done.
Yeah, because he's
like an anxious ass virgin or some shit in the ring, yo. You gotta get it out of there.
Get over quick.
Like, damn.
Get over quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna be. Listen. Richard Torrez moves like if the penis could talk to the coochie. Well, it's gonna be 2 minutes, but I'm gonna make it the greatest 2 minutes of your life. I got 2 minutes. I got 2 minute window. After that, baby, you already know it ain't my fault because I'm no good at the 2 minutes. So don't get the motherfucker cheating on me and all that and being upset because I'm the man in 2 minutes. I'm the 2 minute guy. That's how that motherfucker be operating.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yo. He in a rush like a mother. That shit funny, yo. Zepeda was tattooing. Why was JoJo standing there letting that man punch him like that?
Because like, JoJo couldn't fucking move.
Who told him that was a good idea, bro? All right, we knew you was tough before that fight. You tried to show it to us last night. You ain't have to do that. Boy, why did you fight that man like that? Why did you fight that man like that? Yeah, I'm like, yo, what? I ain't see it live. I had to go. I watched it some hours ago. And somebody had that shit posted up.
Well, just
man, he got tattooed ridiculously. Like I'm like, yo, now he got some shit off too. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah. He gets his. JoJo always gets his, no matter what the end result is.
Yeah, I said Zepeda was gonna win. I said it. I knew. I said JoJo tough, but he gonna lose. I think Zepeda gonna win. He undefeated. He gonna win. So yeah, Torrez. Yeah, he ain't in the Olympics, Rose. I don't know what his ass be doing. I could see that why he'd be in tears because they let that dude beat him. Like what? And get your ass. He ain't it, man. But that damn mini mullet is something. Whatever he got, he got that Napoleon Dynamite vibe. Athletic Napoleon Dynamite. That's what Torrez is.
That motherfucker.
Me too. 903. I watched that. Zepeda and Shakur. Zepeda is a real fight for anybody. Because he coming to fight you. He coming to fight you.
Yeah, it's a crazy pace, man. The thing is, the reason why JoJo was standing right in front of him just for one simple thing, and this is something that we wanted to see in the
body salute.
That body, man. Zepeda.
I'm way down.
Zepeda actually did what Jamaine Ortiz should have been doing against Loma. He attacked the body in the first round and stayed on it no matter what. Even when he was on his upstairs, he'd come right back downstairs, get some more fucking cookies, and go right back upstairs. And he jumped on JoJo's body early. So at around the 4th or 5th round, JoJo couldn't move around. So, that's why he's standing there. So he's like, I gotta eat these shits and take one to get mine off. And that's how it was. And we know JoJo likes to fight anyway. So by already getting some of that air and your energy taken away from you because the guy was on a very consistent, busy body attack. And the Zepeda performance, I loved it. I think he did good work equally upstairs and downstairs. I listen. He didn't let either one go on too long without the other. If he threw 4 upstairs, then he was throwing 4 downstairs. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you supposed to do it. If he threw 5 upstairs, he was throwing 5 downstairs consistently through the fight. You know. So you know that's one thing. You take away your opponent's movement. You know, his ability to move, and you also, take away some of his power if there's any. It decreases a little bit of everything. That's why it's important to go to that stern, people. You take away from everything in the toolbox. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to touch that shit. But everybody want to be a chin checker until reality checks their ass. I'm gonna say that again. Everybody wants to be a chin checker until reality check that ass. And reality checks that ass in so many ways. Oops, we're gonna rob you out this motherfucking fight, bitch.
Ash, that and Zepeda and JoJo chin for real. Yeah, like Rose just said.
JoJo always had a good chin.
And I'm like, why are you trying to prove to us that you could take punches like that to your face, bro? That ain't part of it. That ain't part of it. I mean, part of boxing is getting hit, but not sitting there like being willing to be hit. I was like, he was like a punching bag with his hands up. I was like, yo, he was splitting his guard and everything. I was like, why is he doing this? Dude had his face moused up and swelling about like the 4th round. I'm like, yo, what? Damn, like he whooping his. I'm like, yo, that shit look bad. But he started getting his off, and he had buckled Zepeda pretty good in that fight, and I'm like, that was good, but it just wasn't enough activity. And if you watch JoJo, that's how he lose all his fights. All his fights he lose like that for the most part. He'd fight back hard, but it'd be in spurts and in spots. And he always get outworked. Devin Haney outworked him. Gary Russell outworked him. Zepeda definitely outworked him. You get what I'm saying? He loses the same way all the time. It's like he getting there with a certain level, and now he don't want to let his hands go the way he should. So it's like he's so defensive minded in terms of just trying to protect, but you're not creative with defense. That's why I say like that shit is not gonna get you to that. That's not gonna beat the elite fighters. You gotta be you got to be like slipping, prairieing, like you just standing there and just trying to catch them off the gloves and shit. I'm like, bro, you taking too much punishment. It's like a video game. You blocking, but you still getting your energy drained because it's still hitting you. So it's like just draining your energy. I'm like, this dude, man, you gotta move out the way, man. He was just taking way too many punches. I'm like, man, this dude, man, we get it. You tough, bro. You gotta move your damn head and legs, man. You standing right in this dude just lighting you up. And I'm like, and he ain't gonna stop punching. So you should have had your mind made up by about round 5 that he wasn't gonna slow down. Like it shouldn't have took you. It's like you ain't realized it at all that he wasn't gonna stop.
Yeah,
like, he took too much punishment, man, and he allowed it. Is what I'm saying. Not using the ring at all. Not just that's doing work for the fighter that wants to get off all them punches. You being in his wheelhouse the whole time, or just standing there right in front of him, letting him come to you and just. That's you like you being a heavy bag that move every so often. That's all you are. I mean, you punching back, but just not enough. Even when you was landing some quality work for sure, but it's just not enough. I'm like, there's no way in hell you can win a fight like this. And that's what frustrates me the most with fighters that can't make adjustments at all. And they fight every round the same and they lose every round the same way, doing the same exact shit. Like, I hate that. I'm sorry. That shows no level of IQ and no ability to make adjustments, yo. That shit make me mad. Because in reality, he's a dude is heavy on the offense. He like a buzzsaw. But I'm not. It wasn't like you made him go in his bag. You was there to be punched, is what I'm saying. Like anybody could have damn near had that kind of success if they a volume puncher. Because you didn't do nothing special to get out of the way of anything. Like almost. Anybody with a high work rate and a solid chin would have beat him. If you get what I'm saying, if that's the game plan, you can't stand there and just take it like that. You can't, especially if you ain't gonna punch while he punching and you want just to allow him to get off on you. Then you start throwing. Then you seen when he was fighting him and catching him in between some of the shots here or there, he was having success. I'm like, what is not clicking in your head for you to make an adjustment, bro? He punching the shit out of you right now. Had your eye looking crazy in 4 rounds. I'm looking like, damn, JoJo, you ain't looking like yourself, bro. Every time you get in there with a certain level of fighter, the same thing happened. And credit to him for being tough. and his losses is all against undefeated opponents, I believe, at the time. Or Gary Russell had the one loss. So the other two was undefeated. You got Devin Haney and this dude right here. I think he only got the 3 losses, but he do the same thing every time he lose. I've seen it every single time. You could watch any of them 3 fights I said and them losses. He fights the same way. He allows himself to be outworked and he's there to be hit. He don't do nothing extra to get out of the way of the punches. Like if he can't stop you from, like, you know, sitting there with a high guard or holding the phone, like you gonna beat his ass, man. Like I just don't see that being smart, man. Moving forward, like we're gonna see he tough, but he don't hit as hard as he think he do either. I always said that. Like he throw home run shots, but he just don't get, like he did buckle him that one time, but for the most part, the way he be punching, if he really hit the way it looked, like he'd be serious, man. Joseph traded power for endurance. Yeah, I didn't get that. I always fight like that. He likes to bang. Yeah, but it's like he allows it, and especially particularly in the fights that he lose, though. He always allow himself to be outworked, and then the fights that he win, you see how active he usually can be in those fights. And it's like when he in there with a certain level of fighter, he don't do it. He don't let his hands go. He'll just sit there and take it almost. I'm like, bro, you did it. I've seen all of them losses now. I've seen them all now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Seen the way Dad beat him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the way Gary beat him. I mean, you know who else similar like that? The other dude Gary beat up, Nayam Bayar with that I don't know if he's Asian, Chinese, whatever he was, but that dude, same thing. When he lose, he sit there and take it. And I'm like, that's not gonna work, man. Jojo, you gotta do something different, especially with somebody that's not gonna stop throwing punches. That's the worst thing you could do now. If it was a guy that got some issues with his gas tank, then yeah, I could see that being a strategy, letting him, like, you know, shoot his load. But he ain't have a load, apparently. He ain't never shoot that shit. He was shooting it. He had a 12-round load for your ass all night. I'm like, yo, a steady dose. I'm like, this dude is throwing a lot of fucking punches, man. And it's almost to the point, like, yo, is he good? Like, seeing this shit leaking a little bit, I'm like, man, he getting busted up. And he started to come on a bit when he started fighting back a little bit, but it just wasn't enough, man. It just wasn't enough. The fight was fire. Yeah. It was cool. I mean, I ain't gonna say it was cool. It was a good ass fight. But I just hate to see a fighter, and follow me for a second, lose every round the same way almost. You get what I'm saying? Make an adjustment, bro. Because at this point, I'm not knocking Zepeda. It's always easier said than done, but he's not having to be very creative. Like, you know, the way he mixing the punches up, no doubt. But you're doing half of the work by being in range to get hit you get what I'm saying? He chose to stay in range where he could constantly be hit. He was always in the fire, and that's not smart if you're not going to keep up with the dude that's in front of you. If you can't keep up with his work rate, don't be fucking right in front. Do that not make sense? I don't think I got to be a boxer to know that. If you can't keep up with that work rate, why stay in range all the time to get punched on like that? If you're not willing to throw right there, if you know, trying to create something, like, stay out of range, motherfucker. You standing right there in front of him where he could just light you up, and he ain't never stopped throwing punches. That's why I was like, man, it ain't that fucking hard, JoJo, man. It's like I know dude has some power, so I think that got his respect for sure. But you notice how some dudes really could take what's coming at him, especially like he was bracing for it. So he was able to like weather the storm. He wasn't in danger of being knocked out in a fight for the most part, but it didn't do him no good. It's almost like making you gun shy. The power is making you keep your hands home because you're so worried about what's coming back at you that you're not willing to engage as often as you should. And before you know it, you down 5 or 6 rounds and you getting punched anyway. So why stand there and I hate when fighters do that. Why stand there and get fucking punched in your face for rounds after rounds like this dude gonna stop? He gonna keep hitting you because you letting him do it. And it's like, why not fight? You gonna have to knock me out, yo. Call me stupid. Say I ain't no boxer. Say what you want. I done had fights before. You're gonna have to knock me out. There's no way I'm gonna stand there and just allow myself to get punched on and not fight back. And in the big spots, that's what he did. He just his volume, he wasn't able to keep up with Zepeda. So, but he stayed right in punch range. You get what I'm saying? Almost trying to walk forward. And I don't know. I didn't like it. Or he was getting walked down. Even when he tried to press, you wasn't throwing. So you was just helping Zepeda just like light you up. That's what I'm saying. You could have made some type of adjustment in which range you chose to fight at. You get what I'm saying? He was just getting lit up too much for me.
Well, it's gonna be
Chief,
kind of
Chief,
hard,
what's good with it, Chief? Salute
just
to
for
you,
him
bro.
to figure out which way he wanted to fight in, because for one, Zepeda was working that jab, so we know he couldn't fight on the outside. See, I think the problem was how he's going to get in comfortable range for him to can be less out of harms of Zepeda's way and able to put in his work. And that's where he couldn't get that together, because it's like whatever he tried to figure out, when he was able to get in range and have his moments, because he had moments in that fight, but at that time, it was too late. He landed some good shots on Zepeda. He even landed 1 or 2 joints that kind of looked like they stunned him for a second, but it was too late for that. Zepeda was able to take his punches and his attack very well, even though he had moments. But soon as Zepeda answered back, JoJo going right back and reset. So he was struggling with resetting himself the whole time, because he could never be in that comfortable spot and zone for a very consistent long period of time. You know what I'm saying? So
You know the difference, man. The difference, Roja, he could be problematic. His style alone, Zepeda, just being willing to exchange and throw that volume, that high of a volume, and he has a very good placement on his punches. That could be problematic for any fighter, just to be honest. But why I think Shakur would neutralize that, because he's a master at the art of controlling the distance in the range that you fight at. So if he understand that he's at a range where he could be hit, then he was no fucking way he gonna stand right there in front of you and allow himself to get tagged up like that. So one thing I learned and one thing I understand about these volume punchers, them pure boxers exploit their asses, especially fighters like Shakur. Smart dudes that's gonna make you work, make you earn it. You ain't gonna be in range and you ain't gonna be planning enough to just be throwing all them fucking punches, because I ain't dumb enough to be walking forward or standing once you trying to walk me down, just throw up a high guard and think you're gonna stop throwing punches, or wait for you to stop throwing punches and then try to throw mine. Shakur gonna make them earn it. That is the big difference. Not saying it can't be problematic for him, because that style could be problematic for anybody, yo, until you get that dude up out of there. And Shakur not being a knockout puncher, yeah, that could be problematic. But like I said, I think he got the intelligence for sure. And that's where I'm going with that, to be able to beat a style like Zepeda. He's not going to be there for them combinations to be getting ripped with, 5 to 6, 7 punch combinations. You ain't never seen nobody string no combinations on Shakur like that. And I don't think you ever going to see it, because he ain't going to be there for you to do it. And I don't want to bring Fluid into this, but I'm just using making a point. One of his abilities, what made him great, is his ability to lower your punch output. And the perfect example of that, did you see the first Maidana fight? We all seen it. You see how many punches around Maidana was throwing when Floyd elected to try to dog it out with him or fight and not make him earn it? Same thing happened to him. As great as he is, look how rough the moments was. You know why? Because he didn't make him earn it. Did you see the second fight? That's the same fighter. Maidana ain't aged that much in the fight. Look at the difference, because he made him earn it. That's a prime example. Shakur has that type of intelligence to be able to lower your punch output by not being in position for you to land 4 to 5, 6, 7 punch combinations. And that's just how I see it. They don't have to be that way, but I think that makes a lot of sense. If you watch Shakur fight, he ain't gonna be there for all them punches, man. Pay to take that shit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be there getting punched on. Exactly. He gonna make him work, Teach. He gonna make him work. And that's what you got to do to those dudes that throw a lot of punches. Because it's like for them, it's like, yeah, if you're landing, he's constantly, when he's throwing at JoJo, tell me, y'all, at what point did JoJo really slip a punch and dip and dodge? Like really, like with any like consistency? Where did you see that at? Like him slipping and then making him pay? Everything dude threw hit some part of JoJo. It's different. It's like, yeah, he already got a good gas tank, but it ain't like he having big swings and missing and ain't hitting nothing. He hitting the target. So his adrenaline probably still going. You get what I'm saying? He rocking. He fucking you up. And because you allowing it. And I'm like, you wasn't supposed to stay inside that range. And I ain't got to be no trainer. That wasn't intelligent at all. And I do know better. I watched enough boxing to know you got to make people like that earn it, man. You cannot stand there and allow them to just fire off. And for you to be able to fire off them combinations like that, you got to have your feet set a certain way, man. If you in range and his feet are set, he gonna blast away. You just standing there waiting for it. Like, you bracing yourself. So I think as a result, with him being tough and having a chin, with him bracing for the impact, you able to, you know, sustain the punishment. But how smart is that? You get, your face was wearing the damage at the 4 rounds. I'm like, yo, bro, that's not a smart strategy. I don't care, trainer or not, bro. You ain't supposed to stand there. You ain't supposed to stand there. Hey, bro, Rosa, yeah, that's what he had to do, bro. And again, what I notice is it's not, if he's still able to throw 1,500 punches, then I don't know if Shakur really neutralized anything, because that would be right on par with what he normally do. The difference is when you're not in range for somebody to throw these punches, you naturally are going to drop their punch output because they got to be more strategic at how they attack you, because you're not going to be there. So they want to make sure they hitting the target, and get what I'm saying. And a dude like Zepeda, he's used to hitting the target. Yo, Shakur make him miss. It could frustrate him. It's a lot of ways that could play out. He definitely ain't gonna have the success that he normally have on any other fighter. I know that. I truly know that. And I'm real enough to say, still in all, with that style, that dude could be problematic for anybody. But that's not the guy to beat no Shakur. I'm sorry. Just because, and that's that being your best attribute because you throw a lot of punches. Take that shit out of here. No, not when you that smart. Nah, Floyd showed me that. And I ain't saying he Floyd, but when you got some of the best defense by the numbers in boxing, you're gonna figure it out, man. You're not gonna be there to be getting punched on. And I think that's what separates him. And JoJo, if he knew that, then he would have probably did it. But then again, that is how he fight. He like to bang it out, but that's not smart, because I always say he don't have as much power as a person that has that type of mentality. I just want to dog it out, because he don't have a ton of knockouts. He got knockouts, but he ain't no KO puncher. And it's like the way he fight, that would suit a KO artist, being in the fire, staying in the fire, because you would be able to deliver something in that fire to burn that fighter back. And although you clipped Zepeda, that more was good timing and shit like that. And more, I ain't gonna call it luck, but it was a good, well-timed shot. Other than that, you ain't had that type of success. You was just taking way too many punches and just accepting it. And that's what I hate to see a fighter do. You can't, if you're gonna lose, change some shit up and make him be creative at how he beat you. Don't let him do the same thing every single round, and that's what worked, because that ain't working against no elite fighter. Hell no. And that, you respected JoJo. He's a solid fighter, man, but he ain't no elite fighter. And elite talent to definitely be in the ring. Shakur got in there with Zepeda, and he think he's gonna sit there and throw 1,500 punches. And you got to consider the shit that's gonna be coming back. You get what I'm saying? He will make them miss and make them pay. And I don't give a fuck who you are, how many punches you throw. If somebody is making you miss and countering you, that's gonna make you a little bit more hesitant just naturally, because you got to worry about what's coming back at you. If I'm standing there and accepting it every time you decide to punch in combination, what am I really worried about? You out dogging me when I clearly can see that you not a harder puncher. It's clear to see who the harder puncher. So that's not even a smart strategy. That's why I said JoJo just picked the wrong strategy. He didn't give himself the best chance to win at all. And if he was going to fight that way, in that manner, then he was supposed to be willing to throw more punches than that. Go out on his shield or something, because it just wasn't smart to do it the way he did it.
Facts. He said, teachers asking what four lightweights you think can have titles at 135 once Devin leaves. It's a few. I would say Frank Martin's gonna wind up having a title at 35. Shakur most definitely will have a title at 35.
Urban Production, salute, bro.
Or Frank. The other two. The other two.
It's people that we are forgetting, man. Shit, you got young Tito Mercado at 35 too. 35. I had to just think about the list. It's so that shit is a deep list.
And you can't forget the Japanese boys that's on there. Just shoot, man. Shiro, them dudes is alright. 35 is nice, man.
Yeah.
I can only say 2 right now. For me, I can't give you 2 more.
I think Loma is definitely on the decline. Urban Production, salute, bro. I think Loma is definitely on the decline. I think Ortiz is a really good fighter, a really solid fighter. And again, you mix that with the styles, and that dude has some size on Loma. I said this way before they fought. I said this way before they fought, way before fight night and weeks before. Like, he struggles with guys that's bigger than him. And I said the feet are going to be important. If dude could keep up with that movement and that pace, he did seem like he gassed it. He got tired a little bit down the stretch, though. But then he seemed like he caught a second win at a point. But he showed to be better than what people probably thought he was. And it's just, again, I'm sorry. To me, Loma is a real good fighter, but he's not a great fighter to me. That's it. That's all. He's a really good fighter. He's just not a great fighter. He's not the fighter they build him as. 512 Eastside, what's good with it, Mr. Aggressive? What's good with you, bro? I like to see Williams Zepeda. Oh yeah, man, that'd be some dog fights right there. Zepeda and Edwin, the Santos kid that knocked out Raya.
Dos Santos. Ooh, man, that'd be nice, man. Yeah.
And then Pitbull, Michelle Rivera. Pitbull is exciting for anybody because of how he fight. We all know he gonna do what he do. He gonna try it anyway. So
fuck Pitbull.
Michelle Rivera is a good boxer, man, with some solid punching power to me. Solid punching power.
This motherfucker high up in the rankings for what? The fuck out of here.
Yeah, facts, Urban Productions. Yeah, you just see it, and it's like, I just hate the people that's emotional about it. And again, it's cool if people don't see what I see. Like, we still can have a conversation. It's like, it ain't got to be one way. But for me, and I always try to put that in perspective, they build Loma as something that he just ain't never lived up to, man. And no matter, and through all the smoke and mirrors and all the, privileged situations that he was a part of, like since the beginning of his professional career, he still ain't amounted to be the guy that they say he is. And at the end of the day, if you really being honest, the only way they could talk, that they got to force that. They got to push that narrative and try to get people to believe that he's better than what he is. But to me, he ain't that, yeah. He's good. He's a good fighter, but he's just not the guy they try to bill him as. You know what I mean? That was arguably his third loss. You got some people screaming robbery. That's why I got it on the thumbnail. It's always up for debate. So I'm glad nobody came in here like, he didn't rob him. Nah, I'm not saying it. But some people feel like that for real. Some people at 9 rounds in, had it 7-2 for Ortiz, y'all. Some people that I definitely respect their eye. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I ain't trying to say everything they say is right, but it's really people that had it that way. At that point, there's no way Loma could win unless he knocked Jamaine Ortiz out. It's not enough rounds left. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the fuck, it's not enough rounds left. That's what, so I'm like, man, I don't know. It's tough, man. But through all the smoke and mirrors, man, they try to force feed that dude down people's throats, and they still ain't managed to get this dude to be undisputed yet. That's what they trying to do, but they can't. They ain't worked their magic yet, man. Bob trying, man. I see him doing it, though. Not enough professional fights either. Nope. Boy got 19 fights at the last night. Crazy, man. Still on the pound for pound list, and then they talking about he'll be ready for Haney. Nah, Haney feel it look big to you. He stepped up in there. You like, oh shit, look at him. You know how you struggle with taller fighters, bigger fighters. And this is what I'm saying, yo. This is how crazy Loma is, yo. He has something to say about Haney getting buzzed by Linares. But this is the same Linares that dropped you. I'm trying to understand how that worked. Like, this is the same dude. Didn't Linares sit him flat on his ass? Sat him down? I think he got stopped after that, but still. You know what I'm saying? How you talk about somebody that got buzzed and you got sat on your ass? Like, dude is, I don't know, man. He be having a lot to say too, man. And I don't even know how Pitbull is still in the rankings. Just all to take is just beat up Gamboa and nobody from 130. Yeah, you know how that is. Put him in there, bro. I want to see Del Santos again, man. I want to put his ass in there because he shocked me. I asked that question. I said, "Is that knockout a real knockout ratio or is it fluff?" And then he showed me it was real. My bad, y'all. My bad. Ryo. Bring her who just be Ryo, man. Ryo gonna have to rebuild, but
Yeah, Ryo definitely gonna have to rebuild.
I just don't like the way his trainer looked like he had threw him under the bus though. He tossed that man straight. That's what it seemed like he did. Talking about it was a lot of distractions, training camp. And something. It was just distractions. It's almost what it sounded. He's like, I told him, I did the best I could with him. I'm like, what? You mean like where you don't take no ownership in his loss, so it's just on him, huh? He just lost by himself. I'm like, dang, he's a foul. He's a foul dude, man.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Facts, Mr. Aggressive Eastside. Yeah, the rankings, man. I ain't feeling the rankings because when I looked at them and I recorded them so I can have them stalled because it's just amazingly fucking mind-boggling why and how and what the fuck did Izak Cruz get to do or what have he done to be ranked number 2 ranked in 2 of the sanctioned bodies, 4, 1, and 7 other. Where? Why? And how? What?
Norris had something to say too.
How?
Said, too much speed, too much power for Haney. I think he's saying over Loma.
Like, get the hell
They
out
ain't
of here.
respecting Loma gangster like that, man. They ain't respecting it. Telling you, they don't feel like Loma that, and they speaking on it. He ain't that. He ain't exactly that guy right now. That's all I be trying to say.
Man, he
Do that mean
wasn't
he's
never
not
that
good?
guy, man, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
They're not. They build him as some all time great fighter, and he ain't that.
The
He
fuck?
still ain't. And he 34 years old and still ain't got 20 fights.
How can someone be considered an all-time great when they haven't even beaten a all-time great? How many all-time greats? How many all-time greats does he has on his resume? I'll wait into motherfucking 50,024 for the answer to that shit. The fuck we talking about?
Yeah.
There ain't no all-time great on his fucking resume at all.
They around here. That's why I say he in a privileged position, and he always been. It always been that. And I don't think that shit it ain't gonna change no time soon. I don't think. It could keep trying to fluff it though. The more they fluff it and he don't live up to it, they gonna have themselves
Urban Productions, Loma, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, a few others goes right on that list.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say, how fine you put it, or whatever. Them dudes, the jig is up on them. Jig is up on them. Heavy.
I think them prospects did good too, though, man. I think they did their thing last night. They look decent, man, for the most part. I think Duke Ragan definitely need the most work out of all of them that I've seen. His fight was the most, competitive to me. Whereas when they announced the decision, I think they booed.
What's the name need to do better too? Because I ain't sold on him.
Who that?
Evan Brady.
Oh, Haven. Oh, yeah, he got touched a little bit. He
got some loopholes, and I don't think he's very durable. Because I seen how he was acting to good shots that he took, and I'm like,
I caught it. I seen it.
Yeah, like you're a little you're a little soft. You know what I mean? You're a little soft, my guy. You know,
these dudes
get
don't
in
be
front of
used to that
somebody.
getting that pressure
Yeah,
applied,
yeah,
man.
you get in front of motherfucker, punch a little harder than that. You need to slow down, get your motherfucking defense together, motherfucker, and be what you are. You are not a boxer technician. Who's in this? He is not a boxer. He's not a boxing tactician. He is a puncher. He's a puncher, brawler, puncher, fighter. That's what he is. Now, what you should be doing, what you can do, you can mold him into a intelligent puncher, brawler, puncher, fighter. But you can't mold him into a boxer. That is not his shit. That's why when the moments came in the fight, when he actually started fighting, it made a big difference. But when he was sitting there trying to box, he was getting touched the fuck up. He's not a boxer. He's a fighter puncher. Teach him how to do his thing methodically. Or just go watch Cus D'Amato. Prime example for Mike Tyson. Fuck what y'all saying. Understand what I'm saying. That's why Mike Tyson looked very good. Not going to talk about the fear he imposed on people. That's not what it's about. Making a point here. Mike Tyson, when he was on point and in his prime with Cus D'Amato, he could get around the jab. Once Mike Tyson got away from that shit, then the jab became problematic. But at one time, the jab was not problematic to Mike Tyson like it wound up being later in his career. That motherfucker was moving back and forth so fucking fast. Y'all seen how they used to get him prepped for that shit? Motherfucker fast as shit. You sticking a double jab out there, you double pump the jab. This motherfucker did. And he bloop, right? What? How the fuck you get, nigga? Yeah. He had some of the quickest lateral movement that I've seen. You know, people give him credit for that. Just for that alone, that was his best defensive motherfucking weapon when he used it. When he was using that, he had some defense, people. Once he got away from it, then we can't talk about defense. But at some point in time, defense did exist in this man. And you got to have some fucking defense, man.
Yeah, dudes be like, and defense got to be a priority, not an afterthought. That's something I've been talking about lately too. When I say that about Monster and NUA, man, a couple dudes lose their damn mind. Like, man, how could you say that? You're misleading the people. His defense is better than Fulton. He keeps his hands up more than Fulton. Fulton drops his hand. Like, man, shut up. He got his eye socket broke. Fulton never had that. Do his face be beat up after any of his fights? He had what, 21 of them now? Has his face been beat up after his fights? What does that tell? He gets hit way more than Monster anyway. Well, what fights have you been watching then? Damn, man. You ain't never see him get his damn orbital smashed to bits.
See, and that's, can't wait to see this guy move up in weight. I'm not big on him like some people are. I'm not. I need to see more. You know, I can't see really anything bad about him because what he has and what he put to use, he has that. But what I can talk about is the lack of opposition all the way around the board. This guy, he's one of the guys who has so much praise. But the praise of the skill set and so forth is not matching the level of opposition that's inside the resume, not on the resume.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I know you do, Just. And that's the thing with this guy. And we're not ruling out that he's not that guy who he is. But how good is he? We need to see. There's easy to conquer, something where really no one down there is able to claim what's already there. The level of opposition is shitty, people. This is taking nothing away from them, but it does take something away from them. You see what I'm saying? What it takes away from him is the reality. He's good, but is he really good? There's no competition down there. Need to see this guy in the ring with equal opposition, or as close as possible to equal opposition, which a lot of these guys don't be getting. Even some of your favorites never be getting. It's just a fact. So he needs to he need to go up to 22. Need to get up to 26. But get up to 22. Mr. Fulton is there. And there's a few other guys there at that weight class that I think that he would have some problems with. Now, just like Just Do and anybody else, if he goes up there and do his thing, then we can say, oh, yeah, this motherfucker's really something. And I would give him his motherfucking respect. Because I don't have nothing against him, but I just ain't sold on him. Because I know better. So I need to see more. I need to see what you need to be in the ring with. Not who they put you in the ring with. That's what I'm into. I'm not into the name shaping and I don't give a fuck about that. Because once you get in the ring, we're going to see whatever name or fancy title you go by. We're going to see if you really that. When you really get in there with someone who really should be testing. There's levels to it. That's why I love it. What's the topic? Well, we talking about the fights this past weekend. Basically what's next for these guys and everything else that comes with it. So if you watched any of the fights, we touched on the UNDEFEATED versus Jojo Diaz. We've been talking about that fight a lot and a few of the other fights. So we just speaking on
out of that card. Duke Ragan ass need the most work because he got the least punching power and he can't back nobody up, yo. He was tagging his man up though. He was taking shots too, and then he got hurt once or twice too. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't like how you be taking some of them shots, man. You supposed to be using that pedigree on that dude. You ain't supposed to. It's like these dudes get in there with certain fighters and they fight the wrong kind of fight. They get in there with somebody that got some power or something like that, and they kind of like freeze up in a moment and just start doing something that don't suit them best. Like, it's like, why are you fighting like that, bro?
Yeah, man. He does need a lot of work. I agree with you. Just like my sentiment with Haven Brady is basically around the same with him. Still in all with the holes that was showed between those two guys, they still put up good fight in the matches. But it is what it is. And these prospects is what we really looking at. These prospects should start they should have all these prospects, getting busy a little more. It was good to see Abdullah Mason again. We just seen this man. No more than 60-something days ago, if that. Did we just see him? And that's good, and I think that's something that should be essential to these fighters from themselves within and even with their camps and anybody else that plays and is a part of that fighter's career. To get that work in, don't get too cocky because this shit is real dangerous. But I like that kid Abdullah Mason, man. These crop of young guys, man. Hopefully boxing don't fuck with these next group of guys. Let these motherfuckers go. Do not put these young guys on a leash. That's what I like about most of them ready to go.
Yeah.
They don't care. The ones that ain't saying much, they speaking with their hands. They want everybody.
Loma has moved up, probably money, financial purposes, benefits, or something. But shit, he in a division where it ain't safe. He go down to 30. You might have some people that's down there. You got some people that's in all these divisions that's dangerous. Mason remind me, yeah, I like Mason. Yeah, that's schooling. Yeah, I see why you say that too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's very athletic. I promise. That's a guy body. That's a good comparison, bro. And I know people just got to know what you mean. I know what you mean. I watched him last night. I swear I know what you mean. He real comfortable in there.
Yeah, they have
catch shots on the gloves and all that. I like Abdullah Mason a lot.
Yeah, him and Boo.
He gave facts to Jay-Z. He found his ceiling at 35 real quick. He did. That's a fact.
Yeah, Abdullah Mason and Boots have a lot of similarities. So I can see where he's coming from with that. Then they have some differences, but they have a lot of similarities. They do have their differences, but y'all see a lot of similarities between the two. But yeah, they might well let these young guys, these young Thundercats get added. It'll be good for the sport right now. If they had some of these young guys, even a handful of them, just consistently for now be equally matched. You know, I like how they doing Abdullah Mason. The way he's moving, they moving him. The way they move him is one of the best moves I've seen out of prospects as far as the way they being moved. Shushu Carrington too. He's another one. I like the way that they're moving these guys. And these guys won't really need to say anything. You know, once you really look up soon, a lot more people will have something to say and they will be doing their thing. But I think it helps these young guys as a learning experience in a career to get in as much as clean work. And what I mean by that, not far as dirty, but clean work far as, being equally matched. Because when you fast track a lot of these guys and, you sacrifice a lot of these guys, it's really not good for the sport. It's really not. And a lot of times it's not good for a lot of these fighters, and especially the ones that's a sacrificial lamb. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, it's the most dangerous and most brutal sport, people. So,
Yeah, nice. God body, nice. I watch him again in the matchups. Zepeda, Hector, yeah, man. Navarrete and Loma, that'd be good, man. Navarrete might spark Loma ass.
hey, G Wildfire, what Ali kid? You talking about Nico Wash? We don't call him Ali in here. His name is not Ali. That motherfucker name either his name was a Nico or fucking Creamy. He is not Ali. I'm calling him by his first fucking name.
Creamy Ali.
Nico, nigga. You won't be hearing me call you Ali because you need your granddaddy name to fucking pump your fucking fucked up ass Kool-Aid pump career. That is disrespectful to Mama Ali. His daughter's disrespectful. Top Rank is disrespectful. They're disrespectful to Ali for this goddamn shit. And I'm serious about that part, people. They are being disrespectful. That's why I ain't feeling his fucking daughter. You know that damn son of yours. I know you love him and you're supposed to love your child unconditionally. I would not disrespect nobody's child. But goddamn it, you is disrespecting your fucking daddy. This boy ain't nothing like your daddy. There's nothing in his arsenal. None of that shit that equates that he's something of the grandson of your father when it comes to boxing. When it comes, bad enough he don't look like, he ain't got to look like him, but he ain't got none of that Ali DNA boxing. Your sister sucked all that up and you trying to fraudulently put that and promote that with your son. No, if you really respect your daddy, if they really respect your daddy, and this boy was, and if he was really any fucking good, You wouldn't have to use your daddy. Y'all will wait until he becomes something and say, hey, did you know this guy, this sensation? He's the grandson of Ali. Instead of pumping this motherfucker way early in his career. Like you got Puff Daddy doing, like Puff Daddy is fucking promoter. It seemed like every time Nico Wash motherfucking lace up, it's a title shot. He always got a story. He gets a dialogue every motherfucking time he fight. Well, you know, being a part of the Ali, get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That shit pisses me the fuck off, and his daughter's disrespectful. Her sister need to go over there and jab her fucking ass with that shit. I hope he gets fed to somebody so they can stop saying that shit. Don't sell us.
They're gonna oversell it. I know that's how they gotta market them, but they overdoing it.
Don't sell us this man by disrespecting the fucking legacy of Ali.
That's what that is, Chief. You facts. But he was beating the hell out of his opponent, had his face all bloodied up. But the fact that they gotta put on like a some type of highlights of Ali every time he fight is you putting unnecessary pressure on him. They just doing that, and I know that I understand it from a marketing standpoint, but they still can't oversell it.
Not even from a marketing standpoint. Why you gotta use your daddy? Shit, when fucking Layla was fucking fighting, man, don't get me started on this shit. Don't get me started on this shit. And she was everything of her fucking daddy. She just hadn't fucking have titties, coochie, and ass. That girl was born with that shit in her. You can see it in her. Ain't none of that shit in that fucking boy.
Yeah, nah. He clearly learning on the job, and it ain't.
They disrespecting Ali, man.
Yeah, they don't need to. They gotta just chill on that every. You know what I mean? Don't take us down that road every single time we fight. Yeah, he couldn't get the taxi driver up out of there for sure though. Busted him up good though. But he's still learning, like you could tell, and he's a long ways away from where he need to be.
I want to know if when he start getting his ass whipped, are they gonna still be pumping him like that?
Yeah, I really wonder. I wonder.
Well, Chief Wildfire, nobody should be claiming black, but that's for another segment because that shit is only a status quo. That's all it is. That's all black is, bro. That's all it is.
Say what you think about Tiger Johnson? He fought last night.
Hey, yeah, I was about to go there real quick. I like Tiger Johnson. Kid definitely has an upside potential, high ceiling career. I like this performance. I don't really have anything bad to take out about his performance last night at all. It was good. You know, everybody has little moments and stuff like that, but I think he did a damn good job. And as long as this kid stay focused the way that he is, that's why I love talking about these prospects. I'd rather talk about these prospects than our favorites right now. I'm just being honest because they're the most interesting thing right now because they right there, people. They right there. And a lot of these guys, some of their careers is going to have to be fast track instead of people asking for it. And the reason why some of these guys asking for it to be fast track because they know they're going to have to get in the ring fast with one of these other cats already because they already understand how this shit is moving. These young guys are paying attention. So the ones that's kind of nervous, they the ones that's, you know, they the most boisterous and shit. You know, I ain't gonna say no names, no airplay today. We know who they are. But, you know, and it's because it's so exciting. Like I said moments ago, please don't fuck us over. Let these motherfuckers loose off the chain choker. Move these guys the way they should be doing them. They fucking young. Y'all, they done forced goddamn trilogies and shit on us. let one happen naturally. No need to start a couple of them out against each other right now if it's, just the rightfully thing to do. Because you can see these guys again. You can see him again. So we can kill
Tiger
the
could have
boys
more
on that.
power once he go up. It's possible. He's still young, growing. He filling out to that weight class. So, shit, he move up, he could be more dangerous. I just liked how these dudes was well schooled and like they take chances. You know what I'm saying? They do things. They try to set things up. You can see him in there thinking, like working on shit, doing shit, being creative. I like him, man. These dudes, they got a good crop of talent. I just think with Haven Brady too, what we did see crush is him having a different voice in his ear for that first fight. Having to make some adjustments, you know what I'm saying? Because he still fought well. He was creative. He was letting his hands go catch and do. He just got hit more than what you want to see him get hit. Like, especially for somebody that you feel like ain't that top. Like, but then again, hold on. He might have been fighting an undefeated dude too. Because a couple of them fought that had undefeated opponents. I think it might have been him and Abdullah Mason that had the undefeated opponents. So he did have another.
I think so, which was good.
He did have a live dog in there with him too. But still, we still gonna point out the critiques. You can still tighten up, bro. You could tighten up. But I give you some benefit of the doubt. I know you still learning. You under 10 fights. I get it. New voice in your corner. Let's see how you continue to progress with Bozy Ennis, because I got faith that Bozy Ennis is not just a trainer, but he a teacher.
Yeah.
And what I was saying that the good thing about these young prospects on this card is they don't just have trainers, they have teachers.
Yeah.
So they not only are they bodies being physically trained and conditioned to do the work, they mentally prepared to get the job done and do the work. You get what I'm saying? So these dudes is strong. They got it on both sides. They got the mental aspect as well as the physical aspect. And I think that's why you're seeing like some of these complete, solid performances. Abdullah Mason performance, like, to me, was sharp, man. Dude, really a dog, man. Young king, man. That young dude gonna be around for a while, I believe.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the fact that these guys, they starting their pro career at a very, very right age. You know what I'm saying? At the proper young age that you should, because 15, 16, it's kind of a little too young, but you got these 17, 18, 19-year-olds, and these guys already, they got 5, 6, 7, 8 years, even more of boxing experience since since they was peewees. I love that shit. And I'm gonna say this, people. I love the fact that I'd rather see these young guys with the shit in the ring instead of out there doing the nonsense, running around with switches, being with the shit that way. You understand what I'm saying? So to see these young guys in there when they could be a part of that shit in the streets, and some of them got into it to avoid that shit, it's a lovely thing. You know what I mean? So they men are men, far as I'm concerned when it comes to that. And this generation, these generation of these young bucks, one thing about them, they fearless, but they fearless, recklessly, a lot of them, so it's good to see them taking that and putting it into something else where it can be beneficial for them, to whereas they can create a lot of things for them, businesses or whatever, instead of wind up being in a pine box or behind bars. And they with it. And that's why I'm like, yeah, let these guys' energy be the energy for the sport. And let these young cats get at it, man. Let them get at it. Let them get at it. Listen, them Mason brothers, man, I'm telling you, them motherfuckers is terrorists. Hey, anything you throw in the ring with them, they want that shit. I can see these guys, and I hope they keep that same consistency. These guys look like they all for fucking legacy. They look like they ain't worrying about the money. But the money gonna come with legacy. Think about legacy first. The paper gonna come with that. You see what I'm saying? Chase the legacy. The paper will chase you. All right, boxers? I'm gonna say that again. Chase the legacy, and the money will chase you. Don't chase the money first. All right?
It's a fact. That's a
Chase
fact.
the legacy first. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Tank, do you hear me? Especially young guys, chase the money gonna be there. You know what I mean? Just like it's important that titles even makes it even better for two equally good fighters to beat. I get that, so should have that same look and energy towards that. Legacy first, the money gonna be there.
Man, appreciate you coming up here to cook with me, man. I think
Yeah.
we done touched on the whole card because I'm already thinking ahead. I just like to do this, try to make sure I stay consistent with these little post-fight joints, man. We had a good night of boxing and I liked it, but you already know I'm thinking ahead and I'm already seeing little videos and stuff going through my head.
What you want to cook on, baby?
So you already know tomorrow for sure. I think I might jump on early like I did the other day around 11ish, 11:30ish. Man, we gonna cook what's next for this dude because that deserve a whole lot. Him and what's next and what's going on. Some of these statements he made, he already making. I'm like, okay, you giving me instant content. I want to see it because y'all talk y'all shit. Now it's time for y'all both to deliver. Smoke cleared. You ain't got nobody lined up right now. You gonna get rest. You ain't take no punishment from Cambosis. His face a hill up, from Ortiz, and you know what I mean. We gotta get some shit shaking. For sure, man. So yeah, man. We done hit on everybody on this card, man. I think we got a solid card last night. Good top rank card. His own put on a solid card. Katie Taylor, I ain't impressed with her. That's why I ain't really even cover that. Because I already knew that was a predetermined outcome. So now we got this young talent to look forward to. We're going to see what's next, man. Because like I said, I'm going to be back tomorrow anyway with something early in the day. So I appreciate everybody up in the building, man. Y'all smash that like button for me on the way out if y'all haven't.
Yeah.
Y'all stay tuned. Appreciate my bro Crush.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me, man. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this cook with Just Do. Enjoy what I had to add on to it. As always, it's always a pleasure. TWT or nothing else. Zone in right or don't zone in at all, people.
That's right. And we up out of here. Peace.
Peace out.